everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. My name is Nicole. I'm a writer and a freelance editor, and I am documenting my journey from writing my first draft all the way to publication. So if that kind of stuff interests you, hit that subscribe button. Join me along my journey. Why not? So I had a really different video planned. I was actually gonna put the Pomodoro method to the test. A lot of authors use writing sprints to kind of help them focus, help them get those words out. And I've been using this method for so long that I have forgot that it was actually a writing hack. And I was gonna put it to the test. I've ranted about the Pomodoro method before. If you don't know what the Pomodoro method is, it's 25 minutes of just straight up focus on a task. It doesn't have to be writing, but it could be any task, and then a 5-minute break, and then 25 minutes and 5 minutes. I think you're supposed to do that 4 times to do like one session. A lot of writers use this method, the sprinting method, for writing. It gets them a lot of words in a short amount of time, and yeah, it works. That's why I've been using it for so long. I've been using it for so long that I actually forgot that it was a writing hack. I was gonna put this method to the test, and when I started filming it, I realized why I've stopped using the Pomodoro method. So 25 minutes for me is not enough to get into the swing of things. Like a 25-minute sprint for me, I'm just warming up. It takes me 25 minutes to really get into the flow, get into the story, get into my character's head. And by the time that 25 minutes is up, I have to take a 5-minute break. And that 5-minute break, like 5 minutes isn't really long enough to take a break. Like it's long enough to maybe go get a drink of water, to the bathroom if you're really fast, and then get right back at it. It's not really a break. It doesn't really give my brain enough time to relax and to kind of process everything. So I stopped using the Pomodoro method. I am no longer a Pomodoro writer. I'm no longer a sprinter. There, I said it. So what do? I basically just put my butt in my chair and just write. I will say that the Pomodoro method is good to kind of get you going. Getting started for me is the hard part. It's really difficult to get there. It's difficult to warm up and to get my brain going. And if I say, okay, just 25 minutes, whatever words I get in is the words I get in, it's usually enough, like I said, to warm me up. And once that 25 minutes is up, I just keep going. I don't stop. I don't take a 5-minute break. So that's kind of my approach to writing, especially with this project that I'm working on. I don't have a title for it, so I'm just gonna call it Project Fantasy. I don't know, that sounds good. Until I come up with a title. I hate coming up with titles. Titles are the worst. So for now, it's Project Fantasy. If you're new here or you've been here for a while, you know that I have been working on an adult thriller that I started hating and couldn't figure out why, and then I figured out why, and I have some ideas on how to fix it, but I'm just not really ready to get back into the swing of things. I'm just having too much fun writing this epic fantasy. This fantasy was really just supposed to be a project that I started writing just to keep myself writing until I figured out what I'm gonna do with this thriller. I'm gonna keep writing it because I'm having too much fun. I am coming up to Act 2, and we all know what that means. I'm gonna quit soon. Because let's face it, we all quit in Act 2. Getting through the middle is the toughest thing when it comes to writing a book. It's true for me. I know it's true for a lot of writers. Let me know in the comments if it's true for you. What is the hardest part of writing for you? I would love to hear it. For me, it is the middle. It is getting past the inciting incident and to the halfway mark. If I make it to the halfway mark, I know that I can write the rest of it. It's just getting to that halfway mark is just so... it's so hard. Anyway, so I'm coming up to that point where I know things are gonna slow down, so I might be going back to my thriller. I don't know. We'll see. Today I'm just freestyling it. What does that mean? I'm not using the Pomodoro method. I am no longer a slave to the timer. Hallelujah. I have been set free. The hard part now is going to be just sitting there with my butt in the chair and just focusing on writing. I do have a bit of an outline, a loose outline that I made that I'm already kind of not exactly following. I've added several characters. I've already killed off several characters that were going to be major ones. So that's how my writing's going. Okay, a little bit more about this project fantasy that I'm working on. I found a playlist on YouTube. I'm gonna link it down in the description below if you guys want to hear it. It is a playlist of Viking songs, and it's really getting me into the mood. So my fantasy is like Viking inspired. It's not quite Viking, like it's actually set in a far future, like really far. Super far, but people like have magic and stuff, so yeah, it's complicated. Anyway, so I found a playlist of Viking songs that is really keeping me going. I found that music is actually helping me focus a lot better. It's helping me to kind of stay in that zone, to stay in that flow, even though sometimes music does kind of interrupt that, especially if there's lyrics. But I found that, like, especially for this project, especially without a timer, it's really been really helpful for me to get into the zone a lot quicker and stay in that zone. Let me know in the comments down below, do you listen to music while you write? And if so, what do you listen to? Because I'd love to know. I'm always looking for new music to listen to. I got some writing done. I went outside for some much needed fresh air because I have been cooped up for I don't know how long. I needed some vitamin D, so I went outside, soaked it up. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but my cheeks are all red. I'm like that weird, like, cold sweaty, you know, when you go outside and you walk around in the snow. Those of you who live in a place where you get snow. Texas. Just kidding. Too soon. Sorry. So anyway, you know, when you go outside and you walk around in the snow and then you get really hot and sweaty. Yeah, that's me. I almost slipped on the ice. My face is so frozen I can't even talk. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling. On my walk, I had some time to think about my work, and I've decided that it should deviate from my outline a little bit. Like, there's some major points that I put in that I still want to keep, but I had planned for like a time jump. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to maybe age my character up. So that's the nice thing about going outside and just walking. It really helps to kind of process what you're writing, and just all these new awesome ideas come bubbling up. It's gonna deviate a little bit, but like in a good way. So I'm excited to get back to work. I've written about 1,500-ish words, almost 2,000. I'm hoping for, actually, you know what? I don't have a word count in mind. And that's kind of the nice thing about not following the Pomodoro method, not following the timer, not being so regimented about I have to get this much words in this amount of time. When you kind of like relax, or at least when, speak for yourself, Nikol. So at least for me, when I allow myself to just relax and get into the groove, get into the flow of things, I get better ideas. My writing is a little bit more organic. It comes more naturally. I don't know. It's just nice. I have a lot more fun. So I'm liking this no Pomodoro writing day. Sunday. I'm back in the office planning for another hopefully productive day. Yesterday was surprisingly productive without the Pomodoro timer. Without the constraints of a timer, my mind was definitely wandering. I found myself daydreaming a lot, but I got a lot more ideas. I was able to kind of get into the swing of the story, and I wrote 2,000 words, which is really good for me for a day. I know there's some of you out there who can write 10,000 words in a day. If you are one of those writers who can write 10,000 words in a day, please comment down below and let me know what your secret is, because oh man, that would really go a long way for me. Anyway, 2,000 words is fantastic for me. I'm hoping for another 2,000 words today, but if I don't get it, whatever. Any word in my manuscript is a good day, in my opinion. Yeah, so non-related news, I pulled my shoulder. One of the consequences of living in the land of perpetual winter is that there is ice everywhere, like everywhere. So yesterday when I went for my walk, I slipped on ice. I didn't fall, but I did do that cartoon flail thing, and I saved myself, but in the process of flailing around, I pulled a muscle in my shoulder. So, and it's my right shoulder, and I'm right-handed. Yes, I pulled my shoulder flailing around. That's how old I am. Anyway, flailing aside, I am excited to get back into it. Once my computer updates, I'm excited to get back and just write. So if you know that writing sprints work for you, go ahead and keep doing it. Like you do you. I'm not here to kind of change anybody's mind about writing sprints. I just really wanted to spend some time not being at the mercy of a timer, and I found that I'm actually doing okay. But I will say that distraction is a problem. I have to really pay attention and be really mindful when I am starting to get distracted. So if I do decide to take a break, I have to really be mindful that I only watch like 1 or 2 YouTube videos, which I'm getting better at. Just knowing that, like, trying to keep it in my mind that, hey, I have a mission here, and that's to write. It seems to be helping, but it is a slippery slope. So if you're prone to distraction, either just try to practice being more mindful or stick with the sprints, because I know they work. Anyway, my computer is still making that noise, but it's going to be updated soon, and then I'm going to get to writing. So yeah, let's do it. It took a while, but I finally got into the swing of things. I've been writing for a while. It's been going really well. I think maybe it's just because it's Sunday. Sundays are lazy days. I'm always way less productive on Sunday. Not really sure why. I think maybe it comes from just the general, like, Sunday feel of the day, if you know what I mean. Like, Sundays have always been kind of just a day for rest, for me at least. So I got about 1,000 words in. I think that's pretty good, especially for a Sunday. So I'm gonna call it a day. This weekend has been really, really productive for my writing. I'm feeling really energized. I'm feeling really good about this. And I'm really interested to see where the story's gonna go. I'm interested to see if I'm gonna make it past that muddy middle that I always seem to falter at. Can I actually write an entire book this year? That is the question. This year is my year to finish something. anything. I don't care what it is. I just want to finish a writing project. The last year, well, let's not talk about the last year, but the year before, I had a really tough time. My writer's block, that traditional sense of writer's block where nothing's coming to me, it's gone. I have a lot of ideas. The creativity is flowing. Now my problem is finishing those projects. So this is the year that I'm gonna learn to finish. I'm gonna do it, I swear. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me this weekend. I had a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments down below if you use the Pomodoro method or writing sprints or anything like that. Let me know if you've ever tried just going without a timer. How does that work for you? Do you get distracted? Do you need that timer to kind of keep you on track, or do you use a timer at all? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for joining me, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I post videos weekly, mostly. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!